Guys, we got big news in the Bellied Up world. We now have a voicemail line. We know that it can be frustrating to call in and wait for a long time. We hear you, that stinks. So by including the voicemail line, it will allow everyone to get a chance to have their topic heard. We'll listen to the voicemails, then line up calls with the ones that we love. This means the more interesting your topic and the more energy that you bring increases your chances of being featured on the show. So if you want to be on the show, call 218-303-5095. You can call in 24/7. And again, the number is 218-303-5095. And if you forget the number, it's in the description of the podcast, so don't worry. Also, guys, we are accepting video messages for Bellied Up. So if you want to show us something or just want to ask a simple question, DM your video to the Bellied Up Instagram. That's at Bellied Up Pod on Instagram, or tag us on Twitter/X. Not only do we want to hear your voice, we also want to see your face. Could be a fun thing to do. So send your videos on in. Ask a question, show us something cool. We'll maybe have you on the podcast. Cheers. Enjoy the episode. All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Bellied Up Podcast. I'm here with Charlie.
We are bellied up to the bar at the Mars Cheese Castle. Cheese aliens live here.
Charlie, did you happen to have some of the sugar-coated cheese curds in between?
Hopped up, Miles. I'm just busting at the seams here. So, Miles, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I like you. Not in a weird way. Just letting you know, it's nice being here with my buddy.
Yeah, Charlie, we were talking. You ever seen the movie Freaky Friday?
Yes. No, but I get the concept.
Why'd you lie?
Because it's more fun that way.
Okay.
I yes-handed you.
Well, Freaky Friday, they switch places.
Oh.
At least right? I'm remembering that correctly.
You didn't see it either, you lying sack of shite. What's wrong with you?
Well, let's just imagine that Freaky Friday is about two people switching places.
Okay. Yeah.
Getting that
Trading
mindset.
places. I've seen that movie.
Yeah. Wife swap type of situation.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Isn't that a show?
Yeah,
You swap wives.
Okay,
yeah.
so
But imagine if instead of your wife, it was just your buddy that you were actually switching places with.
So I'm switching places with you.
Yeah. So Charlie, if we switch places, little Freaky Friday-esque situation.
Yeah.
That we think.
Yeah.
What would you do for a week?
Well, first of all, I would look at Ann very respectfully and say, we're not getting that freaky this Friday, Ann.
Yeah, that's right.
I would say, Ann, can I help with the child? I'll do anything. I'll babysit. You do whatever you want, Ann, all today. And no, I'm not in the mood, honey. No, not in the mood for at least another week. I think I might be gay, actually. I didn't mean to tell you that. I like Charlie a lot.
I'm going to try it out for a week.
I appreciate your patience in this relationship, but yeah, no, I would not. And I would sleep on the Davenport. I would do everything I could to be mean. And then what I would do is I would go into that that workplace that you have, and I would get on that forklift and I would just put it through a wall. I would just see how much power that thing's got, because I don't have to deal with the foundation issues after I'm gone. Man, what else would I do? God, there's someone. I'd go to your lake house and I would take your boat and I would drive it to my place. And and then I would go to the golf course and I would play barefoot in the winter is what I would do, because I actually don't know why I just said that. That just came out. I had two ideas and they just conflated each other. But anyways, I think I would tell Ann, hey, I got to leave you for a week because I would not do anything. I would just take your boat and take it to my house. Then I would do some Miles stuff. I would be like, okay. I would do the Miles okay. Like anytime you could tell that's it. Okay? You could tell Miles, I just killed your pet kitten. He'd be like, okay.
And that is because I am stoic.
You are.
I try like to, you know me, I keep a great temperament.
You're the stoic guy. I've seen some unstoic moments.
As I almost got in his face when he's brought up my wife.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you knew that I was going to be very respectful. All right. So that's what I would do. What would you do if you were freaky on this Friday in my position?
If I was Charlie Berens for a week, I would take a little bit different approach. I'm
telling Miranda, and I'm telling her, that it's happening, and that she should know that if I start acting weird, start eating a lot more cheese.
This is a week where
should know.
This is a week where you're on tour, Charlie. You're not at home, okay?
All right.
Let's get that out of the way. All right.
Okay.
Respect.
That's what's up.
So what I would do is I would just love to experiment with the art of small talk. Because you got it mastered. I'm you. I now have assumed all of your skills.
Wow. Who would you small talk with?
So, I mean, it's amazing you're able to get everything done that you do in your life, considering how much you love to small talk.
Well, I like the fine art of the chit-chatting, Miles.
I know. And I would love, you're happy just bellying up to a bar and chit-chatting for 6 hours about which fishing lures someone uses.
Well, that's big talk, Miles, because I'm genuinely concerned.
Okay, sorry. See, I don't even know the difference. So, Charlie, what is the difference between big talk and small talk?
Oh, well, that's a great question. Well, big talk is when you've got that interest, okay, that genuine curiosity, and you get that through small talk. You say, oh, yeah, how are you doing? Yeah, good. Nice to see you. Hey, tell your mom I says hi. How's she doing, by the way? Oh, yeah, no kidding. Oh, you guys are up on that lake. You got that lake up north. Now, as soon as they tell me about their lake house, that transitions from small talk to big talk because I want to know where the lake is. I want to know if I've been there. I want to know what the walleye bite is. You know, I want to know the general area of town, if there's good hunting around there. And then I'm in an area of interest. So you got to find your area of interest in the small talk.
You ever had a little dog running around the house? And all of a sudden you open a can of anything.
Yeah.
And their ears perk up.
Yeah.
That's what big talk is.
Big talk.
You use small talk to initiate big talk. And as soon as something perks your ears up a little bit, you're now in big talk mode.
Yeah, it's foreplay, Miles. Foreplay. Like you gotta wrestle around a little bit before you get ready to go.
Well, that's another question. Can small talk lead to foreplay big talk?
Oh yeah. Are you talking about like fornication big talk? Or
Yeah.
just,
yeah. So what's the art of romantic small talk and big talk?
Oh yeah. Like, hey, how are you doing? What are you drinking? Yeah. Real good. She'll have another, or he'll have another. We don't judge here.
This week.
Yeah, this week.
Freaky Friday.
This week. Yeah. And then you say, I like that shirt. Where'd you get that shirt? If they got that shirt at the Goodwill, big talk city, baby.
So if coach me here, you said, I like that shirt. If you were to say, I'd like that shirt better if it was on the floor in my bedroom, is that too much?
What do you think I do? Are we still on Freaky Friday?
Yeah. Well, no, this is just a general question now. Is that too much big talk? Is that,
Miles, you can't go right from shirt to shirt on floor, okay? You're going to walk the line of the sexual harassment, okay?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, good. You've been out of the game too long, my guy.
That's true.
I don't know what it was like back in the 90s
in my
when
day,
you were dating.
That would have killed.
Yeah. And that poor girl, man, that poor gal.
Ooh, yeah.
I might small talk with Ann, though, in the Freaky Friday situation. Just play with some small talk.
I think that, if I were you, I'd get up on stage at one of your shows. And I would just hammer the how big's Milwaukee joke.
Oh, no. And then I just read the reviews on Ticketmaster after. I'm like, God, what the hell happened?
I'd get the whole crowd to do the wave. It's on my bucket list. I would love to be a wave starter. Not one in the crowd, but someone who's running, pointing at the crowd to get them to do the wave.
On the field.
Yeah.
You know what, Miles?
I want to be the cheerleader with the flag running.
I was just going to say, dude, you give me big male cheerleader energy. Like you really do. You're the guy.
Let's go. Let's give me a team name.
Packers.
Give me a
Wildcats.
Let's go, Cats. Come on. Let's go, blue and gold. Blue and gold. Go, Cats, go.
And then
that's all they do. They do this. They don't clap normal, right? A normal person claps like this. Cheerleaders clap like this.
They got the cheerleader clap.
They do a weird cup of their hands.
You'd have like the tight shorts on that are like.
And you got to do you clap and then you do the one step forward and throw your hands in the air. Like that. That's all cheerleading is.
Yeah, I always there's always a male cheerleader too. That's, a healthier fella, and he's got the shirt that's a little tight. And when he's holding the gal up, he's got his belly out a little. I love that guy. There's one of them in every it's the male cheerleader that likes his beer.
Have you ever noticed too that male cheerleaders, they get assigned with the little megaphones.
Yeah.
It's 2024. Why aren't we just actually using the electronic megaphones?
Because it rains at games.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they use the big cones, right? Have you ever noticed that they never yell it straight on?
Yeah, they're
always to the side.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? They never just take the megaphone and go straight on. They always got it to the side yelling it.
They play it like a flute.
Yeah, it's very strange. Weird male cheerleader behavior.
I don't know how we got on that topic here, but I'm glad we did. It's been nice to get on this journey with you, Miles. Well, should we take some calls?
I think we should.
Yeah?
Can we switch back?
Oh, switch back to...
I don't love all the paranoia about AI and the government.
Let's do it. What if let's change right now. Let's pretend I'm you and you're me right now. Let's do it. Well, Charlie... All right.
Oh, that's a nice little, what do you call one of those guys? Mugs?
Hey. Are you done? We're working here.
Huh? What do you...
That's not how I talk, dude. That's not how I talk. Why are you doing that? Why are you Joe Bidening the mouth for me?
You got a little bit of Joe Biden mouth.
No, I don't. Do I? Do I have Joe Biden mouth? What is wrong with you?
Hey there, guy.
That's not how I do it.
Oh, yeah, you were fishing down in Kenosha? What do you have on the reel?
That's a good character. That's not me.
Yeah? You have a couple of 2-tree beers? It's funny because instead of saying 2-3, you say 2-tree.
You stay with that. I'm going to be my dad character. You keep being whatever the hell that is. Yeah, how you doing there, Lair?
Oh, hey there, guy.
Hey.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing real good.
Dad?
How are you?
Oh, you're not my dad? You're just a dad?
I'm just a dad character.
Oh, hey there, guy.
Yeah, good to see you.
On the way in, you watch for deer or no?
Oh, I saw some deer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Where'd you find them at?
Oh, I got to tell you. So I'm coming down 94, right? Right past Eau Claire where they got the speed traps in
Oh, Claire.
Frickin' police officer. Anyone of them got me.
I knew I smelled bacon.
Yeah, so he pulled me over. I said to him, you see a deer out there? He said, I didn't see no deer. I said, well, that's why I was going fast. I was trying to avoid the deer. He says, well,
explanation.
He said, he says to me, he says, I can't let you off the ticket. I says, oh, I bet you can let me off.
And then you...
I got him off, and he got me off,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you.
I would have gone with a squeaky cheese curd.
Oh, would you have given him a squeaky cheese curd right on?
And then I would
right out of the glove box there.
Oh yeah, right next to the brat holder in the up where the sunglasses usually go.
Yeah, that's
from
clever.
Chicago.
That's really funny.
The rest of us use it for a brat holder.
Yeah, you use it for a brat holder. I like that. You're a funny guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How'd you feed him the cheese curd? You do it communion style in the hands or the mouth?
The body of Christ.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Have you gone to church recently or no?
Well,
you a man of God?
Depends on what you call church. Father Tom was bellied up to the bar across the way.
Oh, well, that'll work if Father Tom was there.
And I'm not talking about the drinks.
What are you talking about?
Confession.
Oh, yeah. What'd you confess? You had any sins?
Well, I parked too close with my boat fishing the other day. Hey,
Did you?
When you go fishing, what kind of lures you
I'm glad you asked. So, first of all, are we looking for multi-species action on one lure? Because if that's the case, I'm going with them little MEP spinnerbaits.
Oh, are you now? MEP's great.
Yeah, you can get
that at charlieberens.com. They got a MEP's real
Sure do.
lures.
Sure do. Grandpa Bob's Tackle Box.
I also wrote a book that's 1,000 pages long. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll take you, one drive across Wisconsin should get you to a quarter of the way through that thing.
Well, you can listen on 1.2 speed, and maybe that'll happen. Now, I got to tell you, though, if you...
Yeah, I got an audio book, too. You have an audio book?
I did have an audio. You were not supposed to be playing me there. You changed the game. Changed the game.
Who is listening to the Midwest Survival Guide audio book? It's a very visual book.
It is a very visual book, and I gotta be honest with you, the audio book, it's hit or miss, because when I do the listing thing, some people put that on to go to sleep. Oh
yeah.
I'm
gonna be honest, I lost the character there for a minute.
Yeah, you found it again. You found it, you lost it. We're getting there, Miles. We're getting there. When was the last time you think they checked that smoke alarm in this bar?
There we go. There's that ADHD Berens we know.
I just want to go up there and give it a pop just to see if it's going. Is that smoke alarm good? Did we tested it recently?
It's a carbon monoxide.
Oh, is that a carbon monoxide detector?
Oh God, is that a carbon monoxide? That's actually, they say that's the silent killer.
That is a silent killer.
You gotta watch out for that.
No, buddy of mine, Miles.
You can't it's odorless. You can't even smell it.
You can't, no, but a buddy of mine, I tell you, he fell asleep and he was woken to the loudest sound he's ever heard. It was the carbon monoxide thing. Saved his damn life. He had an internal fireplace in his house and he installed it himself, so it got a little into the house all night, just blowing it right there. And then he almost died. He woke up with a crippling headache. He had to open all the windows, sleep outside for an hour. It was cold out. Anyway, should we take some callers?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guys, Ben is a construction recruiter.
Oh.
Out of Ohio, and he is wondering what type of hires should he be looking for? Is that correct, Ben?
I'm trying to find out how to do my job. Basically, I need your help, Miles. I'm trying to find the right balance of getting the guys in here and the good people in here to these jobs so that we can get everything done and just have the right amount of degenerates in there to get the job done right.
Well,
so I need your help.
You're on the right track using the D word, because that's really what you're looking for. The old D-gens. So let's go through it, Charlie.
Let's do it.
This is what you should look for if you're hiring someone for a construction company. First, you got to check and see if they have a pulse.
Oh.
If they got a pulse, you're about 90% of the way.
What if the body in their trunk doesn't have a pulse?
That's it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell situation, Charlie.
Okay.
That's just the stuff that we don't want. We don't want to hear about what you're doing outside of work.
I get it. So non issue right there.
I think another one you're going to want to look for is someone with child support payments, because you probably know this in the construction world. Payday comes. You don't see them the next Monday, do you?
That's it.
And if they got child support payments, they're going to need a paycheck the next week, so they're more likely to stick around for longer.
Dependable.
With dependents.
Yes.
With dependents equals more dependable. Got it.
You're not looking for dependable. You're looking for dependent.
Yes, 100%.
Dependents.
You're also going to want to look for someone who has a crippling alcohol addiction.
Oh, wow.
Or any sort of crippling addiction, because then that job's going to give them a sense of purpose.
Oh, that's good.
That's what it's all about.
Okay.
I think before you conclude the interview, you walk out to their truck with them and you open up their passenger door. And if cans are not spilling out, you got a problem. These should be Monster Energy drink cans.
Chuck wagon wrappers.
Yep. They should be a bunch of empty Zinn tins. And there should be a few spent Zins sticking to the door that they just took out of their mouth and through at the door like a spitball.
So just right outside the door there, really be looking for the Zens and what's right outside the car.
Yeah, if stuff's not barreling out of the passenger seat, you don't. I don't know if you want that person. You don't want a neat freak on the job site.
And
so if they roll up and the truck is too clean, then that's an obvious sign no hire.
Wave the red flag, Charlie.
Yeah, that guy's an engineer hiding out.
It's also you're also going to want to find someone who's had their driver's license revoked at some point, maybe a Dewey or some sort of criminal behavior behind the wheel. That way, when they don't show up for work, you know exactly where to find them. They're going to be at home because they're not driving. Yeah, or in jail. You got one of two places to find them, and that's it.
That's good. I think we're working on some jails right now, so. Just easy in, easy out right there.
Yeah, and then all you got to do is buy one van and shuttle around the city before the workday starts and pick everyone up.
There it is. Save on gas. It's good for everyone.
What else should a good construction hire have, Charlie?
Well, I think if you look at his boots, that's a good indicator right now. If this fella has a new pair of boots, you're getting them too green right there. You know what's interesting is so I used to be a bike mechanic.
Not a construction job.
I know, but I'm asking I'm asking if there's a little overlap here.
Okay, all right.
Okay. When I was a bike mechanic, the people that kind of were the best mechanics would come up with creative ways to make bongs out of bike frames. And so I'm wondering if there is an equivalent here in the construction deal, like if there's something that people do when they're not doing work, to be a little creative with the equipment. Are people making anything that is maybe helpful outside of the construction job using the materials at the construction site?
Oh, yeah, that brings up a good point. You want someone who steals equipment.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because then you're thinking about hiring them for the long term, and you want entrepreneurial spirit because they're going to steal that equipment from you and try and flip it on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. That is the entrepreneurial spirit you're looking for. That's someone I want managing my company.
Well,
initiative.
That's great.
Here it is.
That's great.
Seeing the opportunities. I like it.
What
positive?
Can you tell a good construction hire by the truck they drive, Miles?
Yeah, if it's got two wheels and pedals on it, that's a good sign.
I was going with. I was thinking more of the old
straight back to the having their
Ford
license
Ranger.
removed.
Oh, I love it.
S10 is good. I used to work concrete with a guy who had an S10, and it was his little baby. And he I don't know where he found them, but he thought it was hilarious that he found stickers to put on the back that looked like bullet holes. So that was pretty sick. He was one step away from truck nuts. If a guy's got some truck nuts, you're gonna want to hire that guy before someone else nabs him up.
Love it. Love it. We actually had our apartment complex. We had a bunch of buddies and truck nuts. That was traveling truck nuts that we would try to hide in each other's apartments.
Yeah,
each time.
The Brotherhood of the Traveling Truck Nuts. It's a great book if you haven't read it.
I think we got something going on there.
Tell us what your current hiring process is, and we'll tell you if you're on the right track.
Bring them on in after we get like an application, which I know is probably the first problem there, waiting for an application.
Yeah, don't wait.
And
around.
Then getting them in here then. And then I do make everyone try to read a measuring tape. That's a tough one. It's a tough one, especially for my concrete guys.
There's plenty of jobs to do on the job site that don't require thinking, man. That's going to weed out all of the good grunt work.
They're a humper.
It's wild. I've had a few people who are like, how far apart are these studs supposed to be on this wall? And they stare at the wall like it's going to have X-ray vision all of a sudden. See everything.
Charlie, how far away should your studs be?
Oh, you should have them 16 or 24 inches or 2 foot or whatever you got. It really depends on the age of the building.
From end to end or on center?
Oh, on center.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, look at this. Charlie, I got a job for you here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, Miles opened up my truck and he said I'd be a good hire on the construction
I did
site
actually
right there.
say that. He did have stuff barrel out of his truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, Charlie, this was originally a call for Miles. I thought more of thinking his way, but you're talking about you're in Columbus a lot. You're around here and everything. Seems like an other side job. Need some new material, right?
I've done Habitat for Humanity before, so I know my way around a good
should
old.
be good. Yeah. What tool do you know your way around, Charlie?
I know my way around. I built a whole workbench,
You
Miles.
almost finished a workbench.
Oh.
No, it's finished by this point in the podcast. It's done. I built a lot of stuff. None of it good, but I built a lot of stuff. I framed a bunch of rooms. Not good. I put up drywall. It ain't gone very good, but it's still up. It's still standing. All right.
All right, I like that.
Did you finish that drywall? Did you finish it?
Yeah, I mean it's actually. Yeah, I've finished plenty of dry. I grew up doing that stuff. Not very well, but I grew up doing it. I tell you this, I spliced my first extension cord when I was about 8 years old.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
It was still plugged
Pretty
into
solid.
the wall, but I friggin' spliced it.
Is that why you're so scatterbrained
I
now?
did get electrocuted. If you guys splice in an extension cord and it's plugged into the wall, you get kicked back. Like you get, I mean, it's not messing around. Shouldn't have used a butter knife to do it. That didn't allow me any kind of protection from the electrocution at all. At least a standard
He's
knife.
like, yeah,
you gotta.
I was standing in the tub with my butter knife. With the toaster plugged in as well. Plugged into the extension cord.
Oh, my gosh. That'll wake you up. We get you going.
Yeah, you got any other things that you do while you're hiring?
I'm going to say that's the big ones there, and then obviously on the job teaching some more things and everything. But I do have something else for you guys. If I got a time,
Let's do it.
I just got a new thing. So I've got a 6-year-old daughter. She's in kindergarten, and I got her had her parent teacher conference, and on her grade card, on the areas of improvement, it said, use her leadership skills for good.
That sounds like something would have been written on my report card.
Did you ask for any
I'm asking you
clarification on that?
You know what? Honestly, I got it and I read it and I was like, yep, I got it. I understand.
If it was me, if that got written on my kids, it'd be like, so you're saying he's a leader. All right. Proud of you, son.
I was about to say she got extra candy that day for sure.
Okay.
But what would your advice for your kids, real or hypothetical, there be after you? How would that conversation look like?
Well, I think every time I think of parent-teacher conferences, I first don't look at the kid. It's probably not the kid's fault. It's probably the teacher's problem,
Wow. Spoken like a real parent. Look at that.
I was going to say your transition there.
My kid's perfect. So it's got to be something wrong with the teacher, know? What happened when they were in kindergarten that they're now taking out on my kid,
Yeah. So what would it? It said on the report card she had good leadership. What was the exact language again?
She used her leadership skills for good.
I just see her like rallying people on the playground. Like
yeah, it's like
she's got a kindergarten union that she just started.
She's holding she's doing holdouts around lunch. Just they're doing where all the kids are starving themselves until they get cookies again.
A hunger strike.
Yeah, hunger strike. That's what it is.
Hunger strike until it's chocolate chip. No, these are sugar cookies.
Yeah, she's handing out candy to all the kids, getting them super hyper because she wants to institute a snack or institute a nap time during the day.
She's got a locker where she just holds all the chocolate milk she stole from the lunchroom. She's got a little racket going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you this too. She's a little bit intimidating because I don't know if you've been around 6-year-olds recently, but she has calluses on her hands or whatever from the monkey bars.
Oh my
like,
God.
going through there.
Dude.
So like, she's pretty hardcore.
In an honest truth, your daughter's going to be fine.
She's going to be fine.
She's going to be running some large company at some point and just crushing it.
Or a cartel. We're not sure which yet.
Yeah. Either way, making quite a bit of moolah.
That's where she gets the leadership skills from. She's proven herself to be the alpha dog on the playground. The only way you get calluses on your hands from the monkey bars if you're doing monkey bar wars. And she's won the king of the monkey. She's the queen monkey on those bars. And she's kicked every kid's ass off those bars. And that's how you become a leader. You're not born a leader. You earn that. And she earned it on her monkey bars. So congrats to her.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I could see a little bit of myself in this young chap.
Yeah?
Back in my day in school, I was organizing that at 2:52. Soon as the clock changes, we're all going to drop our books on the ground and it will be hilarious. And it'll piss off the teacher. Or when the clock hits 1:12, let's all start getting a frog in our throat. Let's just all have a coughing attack to piss off the teacher.
What is it about they can't just start class at the stroke of 3 or something? Why is it always the even numbers?
Well, you got to think about 4 minutes in between class. It's not a round number. It's trying to maximize the day, you know?
I mean, I guess there's some division involved in that.
So, yeah, I wouldn't be too worried. She's 6 years old. I mean, I'm not
terrifying already.
And then I would maybe, gaslight the teacher a little bit, tell her like, so you can't handle a 6-year-old? Do you need, why are you delegating this to me? Shouldn't you be doing your job? Teaching her stuff?
In defense of the teachers, you can handle one 6-year-old, but 26-year-olds?
That's true.
That's a whole other ball game.
Especially when there's a ringleader.
Yeah. And they're right at nut height, like, they can vary.
All right, at 12:53, let's all
flappy arm attacks.
Let's all do the helicopter.
Sorry, I was flappy arm attacking Miles. I think I hit my kidney there.
I would just channel her into the entrepreneurial spirit. Me and my buddy Drew back in the day used to hold a hacky sack tournament at recess. $2 entry fee. The winner got half of the pot, and then me and Drew split the rest of it. So, you might do a little side hustle.
Got it. Just to kind of just push her down that way. Just lean into it.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah. Cultivate it. Maybe she'll put me in a good home later. Who knows?
You have the right mentality. I wish my parents would have thought like that more.
Every parenting relationship is just a hostage situation with if you're going to go in the home later on. Be good to them so they don't put me in the home. It's a retirement community.
Exactly. Active.
Yeah.
Active seniors.
Oh, well, Ben, we hope you get yourself some good construction hires. If not, just hire your daughter.
Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you guys as well. I feel like I've learned a lot in this episode. So I'll let you know how it goes. Who knows? Maybe you will hear from her when she's 15 and calling in to your podcast.
My dad's a jackass.
All right, Ben. We'll see you later, my guy.
Yeah, it'd be funny if she calls up and gets us to join some cult. She's that charismatic.
Guys, I got this great lemonade.
We could have. No, Kool-Aid's out. Lemonade's in. God, she is right. God, she's charismatic.
Does taste good. A little like formaldehyde.
I do have a wife and kid, but I guess we could all go live in a commune in the woods. That sounds like a good idea.
I could see you getting involved in a cult.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Too skeptical.
It's the perfect person. Folks, it's that time of year. And every time of year, frankly, is this time of year. It's the time of year where you just want to tip on back a little tippy cow. Because the beautiful thing about spring, winter, summer and fall or autumn for some, is that Tippy Cow remains with you through all the 4 seasons. Every season, turn. There is a reason, turn. A time to be born, a time. Oh, and we have these T-shirts. Tip a glass, not a cow. And for a limited time, we are giving these away to some of our callers. And you can also purchase them on oubetcha.com. And they are slick. I mean, if you walk into a bar wearing one of those.
Huge laugh. When I held it up there, the place went up in laughter.
They loved it. So make sure you get it there on oubetcha.com.
We need to pause for the laughter to die down on that.
Sorry. Okay, and done.
You got to do what every comedian does and take a drink of water when everyone's laughing.
Yeah. Well, when else are you going to do it? You got to get them cooking so you can drink. Stop making fun of us stand-ups. It's a respectable job.
Do you guys plan those water drinks?
We know where the big laughs are, Miles.
Okay.
We know we know when we've done a good job. Sometimes.
And what's the best way to celebrate doing a good job, Charlie?
A tippy cow. After I finish a show, I like to get a little tippy cow, tip it on back. Cheers to me and cheers to you.
Charlie.
Hi.
If you and I switch places, I would be on high alert for any incoming garage doors.
Yes.
Because we all know what happens when you're Chuck Berens and you're walking through, going into a parking garage, you're going to get smacked on the head.
You know, when you go in the out hole, things like that can happen. You get smacked in the head with the garage door. Mm-hmm. And
what did you do in that scenario?
I was like, oh, shit. I thought I was dead. I thought my head was cracked open. I put my head up there. There was no blood.
And what'd you say to the attendant?
I said, nothing. That's it. You say nothing. You says nothing. You call Nicolay. Mm-hmm. If you get hit in the head with a garage door, your Miranda rights, read them in your head. Say nothing. See nothing. Call Nicolay. Tell him what happened.
Yep.
And then he'll help you out. He'll help you. If you got a concussed, he'll help you through that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't win, that you don't pay too.
You don't win, you don't pay. It's a win-win situation. It's a lose, still win, because it was free. Why are you laughing at me?
NicolayLaw.com, guys, if you've been hit in the head with a garage door like
I don't
Charlie.
like it when you laugh at me to my face, Miles. I'm going to call Nicolay about that. Get some emotional damages out of your ass.
Emotional damage?
Amanda's on the phone. She's coming to us from Arizona, and she says her Arizona deal is flooded with Midwesterners. And Amanda, is it right? You want to know what that is all about, huh?
Yeah, I'm curious. We've got Culvers everywhere. We've got Portillos everywhere. What is it about Phoenix that draws everybody here aside from the absence of snow?
Well, it's not just that. It's arthritis. Okay. You know, we are.
It's so true.
Hard.
My dad's like, when I'm down there, man, my joints are feeling good.
Yep, there's just something about that heat that loosens up the old hammer toe. And you're like, I can walk here and not take ibuprofen. So what we're really doing is saving money on ibuprofen.
You're like, my Paul Bunions feel great right now.
My Paul Bunions. Yep, it really is a health issue for a lot of us. And also, if you look in the Midwest, you look at heart attack rates, they spike in the winter. Something about shoveling your car out of the snow isn't good on the old ticker after you get past 65. So people like to, you know, they've paid their dues to they've sacrificed their sacrifices to the Midwest gods, and it's time to go enjoy some warmer weather.
Well, and I think that if you're in the Midwest and you turn 55 years old, you're spending either your entire winter in Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale area, or you're going to somewhere in Florida.
Yep, it is Arizona or Florida. That's pretty much what we do. And we go with they call us Snowbirds because it is a migratory pattern. You know, people...
I can tell. The roads make that very apparent.
And what's it like driving with all those Midwesterners down there?
I'm not entirely certain that I have the most solid footing to talk about that, as I'm from the New York metro area originally.
So you didn't even drive until you got down there to Phoenix?
No, I've been driving quite a bit, my friend. In Jersey, in Rhode Island, in Northern California, around the San Francisco area, out here in Phoenix, and I got to tell you that Phoenix is awful.
How dare
Absolutely
you
awful.
put her in a box, Charlie?
She said she's from New York. New Yorkers don't drive.
How dare you?
They
She's
have
from
good-
New Jersey.
Oh, New Jersey.
How dare you? How does that make you feel that Charlie just said that because you're from New Jersey, you're a New Yorker? How does that make you feel?
I feel like the majority would consider that a compliment. Anytime I've mentioned, like, my husband loves to throw me under the bus for being from New Jersey. So, yeah, it was a bit of a compliment, you know.
I guess I'll shut
water off a duck's back.
Take that, Miles. Why don't you try throwing me under the bus for something else?
Charlie, how do you spot a Midwesterner in Phoenix, Arizona?
Well, you just look at the Culver's drive-thru.
Culver's drive-thru?
Well, there's that, or any golf cart that's on the street.
Yeah,
To be honest, yeah.
Yeah, my dad, he doesn't vacation. He vacations in Southern California, not Arizona.
Palm Springs.
But he rented a place, and it came with a golf cart. And I tell you what, this is the giddiest I've ever seen my dad.
Really?
He loved that thing.
It's like a UTV without the balls. It's a castrated UTV. That's a golf cart.
There's just something about, in the Midwest, we like going, hey, Charlie, you want to go for a drive?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
And then you just spend 2 hours driving around not saying anything. It's the equivalent down south. You just get in a golf cart, you drive around your little gated community and just look at stuff.
Are these Midwesterners like really clogging up the roads with the golf carts, or are they doing it in a respectful way?
In Sun City, for sure. There's signs specifically. So I mentioned earlier that I'm baking. I have a small French macaron bakery, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. And one of my farmers markets is out in Sun City. And I got to tell you guys, if I'm running late because childcare doesn't show up in time, it's an exercise in patience for certain.
So you're a professional baker?
Yes, sir.
I knew
yes, sir.
you. I knew you baked on a professional level. You have that kind of warmth.
Look, she's doing it in the background right there. What are you chopping up there? Carrots for the carrot cake?
Money.
Huh?
No, I'm banging on the bottom of the sheet pan. So French macarons or macaroons, air is the enemy in the recipe. So you got to bang out all the air bubbles so they don't pop and crack in the oven.
Got to bang out the air bubbles.
Sounds like something else.
Yep.
It sounds like a euphemism. How are you? Can you say?
It could be.
Yeah. Are you going to send us some bakery? That would be really nice.
If you guys have a P.O. box, I would love to. I have Italian grandmother syndrome.
We don't have a P.O. box, but I can give you Charlie's home address. It is.
How about we don't? Get that beeper in here.
What is obviously you live down there and you're clearly a little bit annoyed at all the Midwesterners coming down there. What is your biggest gripe to pick with the Midwesterners snowbirding in Arizona?
I don't mean to beat a dead horse here, but honestly, it's just the driving. It's really just the driving. I love that everybody's so thoughtful and sweet, and you can have a conversation with anybody. That is lovely, to be fair. But just the driving, man. Just the driving.
Well, we're waving at you, So, we're not impolite. We're just going 5 to 10 under the speed limit because, we got nowhere to go.
And honestly, where do you got to be other than the precious present, living in the moment?
We're teaching you to slow down in this fast-paced world.
If you don't look around once in a while, you miss it.
I do appreciate the lesson, and there is something to be had in that wisdom. But my friend, time is money.
Oh, there's the Jersey coming out.
Hey, get out of the way! I'm trying to get some macaroons sold here.
You just screamed that in this bar and in my ear. That was
You
good.
also just quoted me verbatim.
All right. Well, as someone from New Jersey, what do you think us Midwesterners can work on?
Being a little more assertive.
Okay.
A little more aggressively assertive. There's a time and a place for politeness, absolutely. But just a little bit of urgency, man. Just a little bit of urgency.
Okay,
So that's the only thing I got to harp on.
Yeah, little knees to chest. Get her moving. Keep her moving,
Keep
as
her
Charlie likes to
moving.
say.
That's
And
where.
it all comes full circle.
Well, Charlie, let's try it here.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So I own a bakery.
Hey, Miles, how's it going?
And you're here to buy some macaroons
Miles,
from me.
how are you?
Hey, what can I get you?
Man, you got. Oh, it smells good here, doesn't it?
Yep. We got macaroons. So what can I get you? We got a long line here, sir.
Macaroons. God, Lord, how much are they now?
$4.50
Per macaroon?
Yeah, it's for two.
Oh, so
Yep,
really,
two of
it's
them.
$2.25.
How many do you want? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 4.
How many do you think I should get?
Well, I would recommend 4.
All
So
right,
it'll be,
well, I'll do 2 trees.
$9.
Okay. All right. Hang on
What
here.
flavor you want?
Chocolate. You got that?
Yeah, we got chocolate. What else?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter, done.
You got brandy old fashioned one?
I don't even know what that is.
All right.
Sir, really, please, just make a decision. There's a long line
shoot.
behind
Hang on.
you.
I left my wallet in the golf cart. I'll be right back. Hey, how are you doing? Tony, hey, I saw you the other week over at the filling station,
Sir,
right?
Sir, honestly, you can just have these macaroons for free if you just keep the
Are
line
you kidding
moving.
me? Sure.
Yeah, here you go.
Hey, I got a 2 for you. Guys want to try one?
No, they're paying customers. Don't give away the free ones.
All right. Well, I'm going to go drive 4 miles an hour home. I'll see you later.
What should he have done differently?
Him or you?
Hey, this is not about me.
You're a bad New Jerseyan.
I was the straight man.
You're a bad New Jerseyan.
Okay, well, what should I have done differently? Was I still too nice to him?
Am I permitted to use some choice language?
Sure.
100%.
Jesus fucking Christ! What is it that I can get for you? Come on.
No, you can't be taking the Lord's name in vain like
No.
that. First of all, his middle
that's
name
true.
was James. Second of all, I'll see you in church, all right? I'm going to light a candle for you right there, okay?
I believe it or not, I was raised Irish Catholic, so both my grandmother and my grandfather just rolled over in their graves at that.
Yeah.
Well, jeepers
Okay, well,
cripes,
and we
I
got
tell
a
you what.
fellow Catholic. Peace be with you.
Yeah. And I will
And also with you.
raise you up on eagle's wings. Melted up by the breath of dawn. Hail to the rise of the sun. And hold you in the palm of his hand. Well, you weren't going to join in with us?
No, no notes. No notes, gentlemen.
Okay.
Dance then wherever is he. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and the
Thanks in the dance of the Lord, said he.
Well, we got to go to church. Clearly, we haven't been there in a while.
That's
Miles.
that's what all Catholics do anyways. They don't actually sing, they just mumble and move their mouths. That's what my dad does.
Yeah, that's true.
Mumble, move your mouth, put the dollar bill in the basket, take
Don't-
communion, go home.
Don't miss that. Don't miss that.
In and out, in and out. Shake a few hands. Peace be with yous, and also with yous.
Well, Amanda, all I have to say to you.
Amanda, we like to ask our Catholic listeners: are you a? How do you like to receive communion? I was gonna ask her if she was a tongue gal or a hand gal, and I figured that was gonna end badly. How do you like to receive your body of Christ?
I feel like after the pandemic, it's only hands.
Yeah.
But, it used to be mouth.
Okay.
Oh, you were a mouth gal.
Huh? Wow, you really are Irish Catholic, aren't you? Holy smokes.
Very pretentious.
I don't think they've done that since the 70s.
Pretentious? How is that pretentious?
What? Because I know some people that are mouth people, and they're a little better than you. That's what they're saying.
Because of blind faith? I'm still confused.
Amanda, if you don't mind me asking, and trust me, there's a follow-up question. When was the last time you were at church?
Oh, God. Actually, to be fair, no pun intended, I guess, with that. Last October for a Catholic wedding.
Okay, so
it had been a minute.
Do you remember when they changed the whole routine of they just decided that we were going to do church a different way? Do you remember that, Charlie?
It was like
all the responses were different and people were getting it half wrong the whole time, and it was a mess.
Yeah, it was like 5-10 years ago. And you can always tell the Christers, because they still screw it up.
Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Still working.
Get those air bubbles out.
Well, Amanda, good luck with that. Okay, and we hope that the Midwesterners get the message here. We hope they hear this and they pick up the pace a little down there in Arizona, or maybe you slow down and enjoy life a little more. One of the two.
Yeah, that's a solid piece of advice. If I may, before we go, I do have two dear friends out here that are both from the Midwest. One from Chicago. I know how you guys feel about that. But her husband is from Minnesota, and they're two of the greatest people that I've ever known. We went through pregnancy together. Our babies are 2 months apart. We vacation together all the time. They're just salt of the earth human beings. So if they're representative of where you hail from, then y'all are good people.
Wow.
What's their names? Can we give them a shout out?
Sure. Melissa and Sean. Though Melissa, in our text message earlier this morning, when I told them that I was doing this, she did want me to say, "Go Bears."
Oh my God.
My God. It was
Amanda,
so good.
It was nice talking to you, but your fib friends are not indicative of the Midwest, unfortunately. So makes sense you'd find a fib out there or two. And
when the folks are down in Arizona, where can they find your macaroons?
I deliver to homes. I'm at different farmers markets, and I also ship across the country. So Amanda's Max is my business.
Amanda's Max.
We love alliteration.
I love it. Well, good stuff. Well, congrats on your baby. Congrats on your macaroons, and tell your fib friends we say hi.
Thanks, gentlemen. I appreciate the time. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Well, Miles, I gotta tell you,
she's a feisty one.
She is a feisty one, yeah. And look, we're on vacation. That's what you got to remember about Midwesterners when we're invading your
you
towns.
Chose to live in a phenomenal part of the country. It doesn't entitle you to making us speed up.
Yeah, you might be living your daily life, but we are either retired or on vacation. So we're going the pace that we go. And there's no bottom rungs about it. All right, Miles, is it that time when we dip into the old voicemail box?
Yep, we got a voicemail from Shay and Charles. Let's hear it, Jared.
Hey, guys. This is Shay and Charles Buchanan. We have moved. We're in our mid-30s. We have moved to California from Minnesota, and we're about a year in of being out here in the darn West Coast, and we're tragically losing our Midwest roots, and it's getting pretty dire. I threw out our bag of bags the other day.
What?
Oh my gosh.
We go to barbecues, and people eat a lot of vegetables and are gluten-free. We haven't had cheese curds in like months. We were getting them from Costco when we first moved out here. And yeah, it's just getting pretty weird. I do yoga every day, and Chuck hasn't been out for deer season. It's getting bad. So, yeah, we need your advice. And it's getting pretty serious. So if you could help us out on how to get back to our Midwest roots out here and stay ourselves, because we're losing it. All right. Thanks, guys.
Shay and Chuck, I mean, my gosh.
We got some work to do, Charlie.
I mean, the fact she's doing yoga every day.
Eating vegetables at a barbecue?
Oh.
I thought those were just the things that go on the plate to make it look nice.
Yeah. I couldn't
know people
that.
actually ate those.
No, I thought it was just pre-mulch.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
Now, some of this stuff is very avoidable, Miles.
But it sounds like they're even losing. They said that they used to get cheese curds at the store, and now they just don't even have the taste for it anymore.
What is their doctor going to say to them?
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I mean, they probably have a doctor.
Yeah. What's they're going to go to the doctor, and he's going to be like, oh, you guys have a good bill of health.
What's the point of living?
Yeah.
My God.
What's the point of going to the doctor if he doesn't tell you that you're going to die soon?
It's
you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Now, I think there's a few simple things they can start doing. First of all, stop going to yoga.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, your health needs to come like 20th on the list of importance.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
There's way better ways to get healthy than doing yoga.
Like hunting.
Go walking in a field with a gun and afterwards drink a bunch of beer.
Yeah. Just don't trip.
Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah. But this happens to a lot of people when they move out to California. They're surrounded by other Californians.
It's kind of like your buddy starts dating a gal that's not like you and your buddies, and he starts changing. You know?
He starts saying...
He starts eating vegetables and gluten-free stuff and going to yoga.
Yeah.
What would you do in that situation?
What would I do if
sit your buddy down?
Well, you gotta have an intervention, a Midwest intervention. It starts off with there's a lot of cheese on the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, come on in. And I don't know if you remember this, but this is cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So come on in, grab yourself a curd.
No, it's not good for you. Why'd you even ask that? Who taught you that kind of language?
See, this is what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be asking if something's good for you. What you need to do is eat the food, then go to the doctor, and then they tell you that stuff is not good for you.
Right. Yeah, you can't just start being proactive about
proactive.
things. Ugh. It's a real shame, Shay and Charles. And look, we are praying for you. I'm going to light a candle for you guys in church. Okay. Miles is going to send you a whole gift basket with a bunch of his merchandise in it. And
no, I'm not going to do that until they can prove that they'll appreciate it. Because right now, in their current state, I don't think they would truly appreciate it.
All right, you guys got to send us a cheesy. That's a cheese selfie, all right, with you eating some cheese, just to prove that you're trying, you're doing the steps, because we can't help you unless you want to be helped.
So
and right now with this call, it sounds like they've given up. It sounds like they've just resigned to the fact that they're...
Yeah, and they were kind of like almost bragging about it, which I don't like. Again...
Did it come across as braggy to you,
it's very California to brag about something.
It's almost humble bragging what they're doing.
Correct, and that's the worst.
Oh, my
It's the worst
gosh.
kind of bragging. So, Charlie, to get them to swing back the other way, I think it could be one good day. It just takes one day for them to get back out on the wagon.
Yeah.
So what do you recommend they should do with a day?
Here's what they got to do. They got to start with the Midwest Nice and work out from there. Okay. They got to start going around to people and talking to them, even though they don't want to be talked to. Okay. They got to lift windshield wipers, even though it doesn't freaking sleet out there.
That's true. And I think a way to, when you're trying to learn a language, immersive is the best way to do it.
They got to get back here.
Well, one, they need to plan a trip, and they need to spend 7 days in a bar. Don't leave.
That's actually a great idea. Yeah.
It's kind of like our version of the ayahuasca trip, You go to one of these bars, you don't need the ayahuasca. You just need a bar that has got a haze of cigarette smoke in it, and that'll get you right. You'll see things that you've never seen before.
You will.
You'll find out there's an alternate universe out there, and it's not skinny jeans and vegan smoothies.
People aren't doing skinny jeans anymore, by the way.
I can't keep up.
No.
I can't keep up.
No.
What are they doing?
They're doing baggy stuff now. Can you believe that? We should have just never thrown our crap away from the early 2000s.
That's true.
What you wore in 8th grade is hot again. Well, maybe for you, 5th grade. But anyways, regardless.
So you mean my plaid shorts are going to come back into...
Well, I don't think those are ever coming back, especially because they got those stains on them.
What about the zip-off pants?
Oh, those... I mean, honestly, did those ever go out of style?
You're right.
You know?
True.
True. Let's send them a starter jacket and see what happens. Yeah, but I feel sorry for them. We see this happen a lot. And folks, it's just a PSA portion of the show. If you do have to move away, make sure your mind doesn't move away. Okay. You know how you sometimes around here, people get those alarm clocks that open up with the sun, in the winter, so you don't get depressed.
Yep.
Do the reverse. You need a gloom clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just need a clock that wakes you up with like... And it's just a dire shade of gray, a light of gray.
Yeah.
That wakes you up. And
and if you're
go sit in a freezer.
If you feel that happening, go to the gas station, get a smoothie and just dump it on your windshield.
Yeah.
And then scrape it off.
Mm-hmm.
You can't risk what they got going on.
No.
Because they're 1 or 2 steps away from being too far gone.
They are. And
they're going to tell me that they're hanging out at craft breweries.
Oh, God. Yeah. See, we don't like to see it, folks, but those are some helpful. It's like when you go out ice fishing, you always go out with spikes on your neck just in case you fall through the ice. It'll save you. And these are the proverbial spikes you can take on your neck when you're deep out on the ice out there in California, which of course has no ice, but that's another story. Well,
can you imagine doing yoga every day?
No, having flexibility. Who wants that?
What are you supposed to do when you bend over and pick something? You're just going to go like this?
I mean, did you have to hold your breath doing that? Where was the grunt?
I almost puked.
Show people how it's actually done. Good. Wow, you didn't fart coming up this time.
I did. It was silent but deadly.
Oh,
SBD.
There it is. Well,
I suppose.
Should we listen to another voicemail?
Should we do another beer?
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers though out to Shay and Chuck.
Yeah.
Buchanan. Very Midwest last name.
It is very Midwest. They sound like they should own a car dealership.
Thoughts and prayers. You guys know what to do now. We gave you the key. Well, Charlie.
Well, Miles.
I suppose we better get going.
Yeah, thank you all for listening to another episode. Please say your prayers for Shay and Chuck, and everyone keep her moving. Sorry, that was a burp. And watch for deer, and tip your bartender.
Did you just bend over to pick something up, and that was the burp that came out? Well, tip your bartender. See you in the next one. Bye.